Alright guys, how's it going? Doing good? Awesome. So right now I'm doing my second live stream on YouTube. So feel free to talk to me on the comments. I'll be more than welcome to listen to what you have to say. If you have any questions or thoughts or you want to say, or you want to just chat and say hello, by all means do so. Okay, so now you're probably wondering what I've been doing lately. Well, sorry for not posting videos for a while. Basically, my hands been tied because of being busy as far as my combination from work and taking care of my mother, taking care of other important business work that we have to do at home. And so yeah, I've been tracking all over the place, just going like in the south end of town and shopping centers just to see what it looks like and what they're selling. And also, I actually ordered a book on Amazon called the Complete Philosophy, and it has all these lists of major branches in philosophy, like philosophy of art, nature, science, religion, space and time, knowledge, language, minds, and so yeah, and there's a lot of stuff. And also they even had like histories of philosophy, like other philosophers in the like Greek philosophers and Western philosophies like Plato. So and all these type of individuals. So I would just like to want to do a live stream and just to say hello guys, how you guys are doing. So yeah, feel free to talk. I'll be more than welcome to listen to you and listen to your comments, what you have to say. Excuse me, I had a pepperoni pizza from Little Caesars, so that's why I'm trying to clear my throat. All right, let's see. Let's take a look to see how we're doing with the coronavirus. So let's see. For cases, we have yesterday we had. Yesterday on February 24th, we had 73,392 cases. So right now we are slowly making progress. Right now, for the past 30 days, from January 25th to 24th of February, now is basically slowly, the COVID cases are slowly going down. But one of the most cases they're spiking is Kentucky and West Virginia. And let's see, let's go by the deaths and see what it looks like. Right now, since yesterday we had 2,908 people had died from COVID. You know what? I would not be surprised if we're going to reach to 1 million people in the U.S. that die from COVID. You know, I would not be surprised if that ever happens. So, just make sure that you guys follow the safety guidelines and health guidelines. Always get your vaccines, wear your mask. It's very simple. So if we can do that, then we can try to save a lot of lives and use protection with all costs. Also, there is some important news I would like to talk about. Yesterday, Russia had started the invasion of Ukraine. So right now, I am totally against Russia because of Vladimir Putin. Now, I'm just going to say like it is that... Oh, hold on a second. Alright, so basically, right now, this is becoming like a political competition. They're taking advantage with other countries. Now, as far as the people of Ukraine and their government, I honestly think, to me, I don't think there's nothing wrong with them. They never done nothing wrong. I have no benefit doubt that they're very trustworthy, very reliable, and work with other allies in the foreign countries. I think Ukraine is innocent. I honestly think that they're good, innocent people. And as far as their government, I mean, I have no benefit doubt that they'll do anything to help other foreign allies of whatever foreign leaders they need help with. But this is what I see. I see in two conspiracies. Number one, whether if it has something to do with former President Donald Trump, who started the impeachment one time because of the phone call conversation between former President Donald Trump and the President of Ukraine. That they were talking about Joe Biden, of his son, Beau Biden. Or if Vladimir Putin is trying to take disadvantage of Ukraine and try to become like a communist country. So that's what I see. I see two scenarios of my two conspiracies. So I think what Vladimir Putin is trying to create a hypostrophic war, just to take advantage of Ukraine because of the impeachment of Donald Trump, because of the scandal thing that they had a phone call conversation going on. So yeah, they started the invasion since yesterday, and right now it's been spreading all over social media and websites. Now, as far as the people of Ukraine, we're always going to be there. We're going to think about you, and hopefully you guys stay safe, stay in your homes, always have your children around, make sure they don't go outside, and we're going to keep thinking about you, and we're going to share your condolence of your friends and families, and also for the Ukraine military officials. Just keep fighting for bravery. Don't let these other enemies take advantage of you. Just keep protecting the border, protect your territories as much as you can. You guys deserve this, because this is your country, this is your legacy. So don't let these Russian soldiers take advantage of you. But right now, I know there's a lot of battles and bombings that has been crossing around these cities and other lands. So yeah, my condolence is to the people of Ukraine, for them to be safe, protect innocent men and women and children. So hopefully you guys stay safe as much as you can, and we'll think about you, and we'll be in your condolence. So, you see, that's the problem. They always want to gamble war. No matter what they say or do, they take advantage on other countries. So now we have like three enemies, three countries. One is Russia, China, and North Korea. So right now, these are the three biggest enemies in our country. So it feels like we cannot trust them. Now, the thing is, since right now, in U.S. and Russia, they have supplying of these pipes of gas. They go into gas stations, and right now, the federal government in the U.S. is starting to close these gas pipes down from Russia, and now the gas price is going to go high. So, keep an eye on that. So, let's see what else we got here. So anyway, yeah, please feel free to talk. I'll be more than welcome to take a look at it and see it. So yeah, you're welcome. Alright, so yeah, like I was saying from the beginning, I apologize for not posting videos for a while. I've been kind of busy, and so yeah, I got a lot of things going on and taking care of my family, and especially my mom too. Doing important paperworks, and also we got an indoor electrical grill. Well, I'm sorry, not electrical grill, but what it is that we got like an indoor grill where you use like a gas can that you kind of screw the knob, and then you turn on like a little switch pad. Well, not a switch, it's like a little red button, and then once you give it like a click, then it's going to automatically turn on the fire. So we're going to try that tomorrow and see how it tastes. But I'm sorry, it's not electrical, but it's like but it's kind of like but it's big, but it's almost like a size about like this wide. We got that at Lowe's. So like what we did was we're trying to do like the comparison to see which one they were looking for to buy. We're actually trying to find like an electrical outside barbecue grill. But the thing is, what we have looked through some reviews that people and also we asked other employees about what they think about these electrical grills. There's times where when you don't add flavor to your food, then it's just gonna taste differently, unless if you can add flavor by putting sauce or some seasoning on it. But having an indoor grill, the one we had at Lowe's, we're gonna definitely try it out. But the thing is, it's only for gas. But it's like a little gas. It's like a big gas jug, and then we just kind of just turn the knob, and then it'll start the fire. But we're gonna try that tomorrow and see. We're just gonna do some tests to see if we if it works, and if it does work, we can keep it. Or if it's giving us some difficulties, or let's say if the food didn't taste well or something, it didn't go as planned, then we can just return it back. So that's what we bought just today, not too long ago. So yeah, feel free to talk to me. Feel free to speak on the live stream. Talk to me in the chat. I'll be more than welcome to listen what you guys have to say. If you want to just say hello, or if you have any questions for me, say whatever. I'll be more than welcome to listen. Let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I have. You guys are gonna like it. Check this out. This is a Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And I've been playing this game non-stop. I played it on the zombies, the multiplayer, and the campaign missions. So what I plan on doing is either by tomorrow or next week, I'm going to do a live stream on YouTube where I'm going to play the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So either by tomorrow or next week, I can definitely post that too. I can post it on my YouTube page. If you want to see the cover on the back. Pretty cool. I know there's another game that was released. It was called Call of Duty Vanguard. I think that's the name. Let me just double check. Vanguard. Yeah, there's another game. There's another new game that was actually released. It was called the Call of Duty Vanguard, and it was released since September 16, 2021, which was last year. I never played the game, but by looking through the campaign missions, what I saw was they even had like the Soviet Union missions, the British missions that they were going into the deserts while they were fighting against the Nazi Germans, and another one, it was like a operation mission where they're kind of like aircrafts. Got your pizza? Yeah. So it's like the armies, like the U.S. armies, they go to like a Air Force craft where they have to use like a jetpack. It's like a parachute that they have to land. So that way it makes it easy for them to get across these cities and towns to try to fight the Nazi Germans. Which I thought it was cool, but I saw the videos on YouTube. I actually saw the campaign missions on YouTube. But again, I never had the game. But I still got my Call of Duty World War II. I got my Call of Duty. I have a Call of Duty World War II and the Cold War. And you know what's funny? That all these Call of Duty series, they keep publishing new games every year. It's like these new games, they just come out fast. I don't know how these gaming engineers can do it so quickly every year to make those Call of Duty game series. I don't know how they do that. That's strange. But one of the original games I've used to play before on a PC was Call of Duty 2. Which, by the way, the Call of Duty 2 became like a very original game that I used to play when I was very little. Back then we used to have like an old window PC that I always go in the utility room and play those games. I've always played these Soviet Union campaigns, the British and the US campaign missions, but not the multiplayer. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't really remember how old I was, but I was saying it's been like when I was a kid when I used to play that game. And let's see, the other games I used to play was Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It was Infinity Warfare, Call of Duty World War II, which I still have it in my game collections. But I never play the Modern Warfare. Now, I've used to watch YouTube on... I was watching a video the other day about The Last of Us 2. Now, I'm just going to share my opinion of The Last of Us 2. As far as the Ellie mission, I think was very substantial. But the only thing that I kind of criticize is the Abby mission. Because I've been hearing a lot of response and especially reactions, like other YouTuber reactions that were playing against Abby. Now they saying that they feel like they wasted their money to play this game. They waited so long to complete the last mission against Abby because what happened was Abby had killed Joel because Ellie and Joel were kind of like best partners. And they've been surviving for years because they've been together, they worked together, and they were like survivors. So they were kind of like good partnerships. And so what Ellie wants to do, she wants to get revenge on Abby after she killed Joel. And also Ellie has a girlfriend that her name is Dina. Now, as far as the kissing thing, I'm not too surprised about it. Like, what I don't understand, how can you have a game that they both kiss between a woman and a woman, they both kiss each other? Like, it makes no sense to me. And it feels like now they're kind of be lesbians for some reason. And now, while they were at the theater, like the performing art theaters, that's when Abby arrived. And then later, it went all the way back from the mission, the time when Abby was younger. And it's like kind of like start all over from the beginning, like start from square one. And that kind of got to raise some basically it got some concerning and disappointment because they've been playing Abby in the entire mission, and they finally went to the Ellie mission, and they went to they're trying, so what they do is that when they go into the Abby mission, then they want to kill Ellie. And then now they switch it back to Ellie now. So then they were just about to go on the boat, but she wants to fight. So Ellie was trying to drown Abby, but she knew that she couldn't do it. So that's why I never really played the game, because the only thing I don't like the kissing thing against Dina and Ellie. That's the part I don't like. Another part I don't like is when you have to play the Abby mission instead of the Ellie mission. I don't know why they switched it for some reason, but I think Naughty Dog should be aware that you should only be with only one ally only, not the other enemy, the ones that killed Joel. Like, in other words, you want to stick to the character of what they're doing right now, what they're trying to do, what's their focus, and what is the main purpose of why they wanted to go after Abby. So, and I totally agree. I know for a fact Ellie wants revenge. The time that Abby killed Joel with a golf club, smashing in Joel's face. It's like boom, 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 boom. And then one thing that kind of puzzled me is by looking through these ratings, like those star ratings, like these ratings are like 4 out of 5, 4.8 out of 5. Like they think it's the best game ever. I call it BS because there's no way that you can rate a good game while two women kissing each other, and now you switch back to Abby in the mission, but not Ellie. You see, that's the part. It doesn't really make any sense. I just wish Naughty Dog should stick to the character of Ellie throughout the entire mission, so that way they don't have to switch all the way from the beginning and then wasting for days and hours to keep playing this game and going after get collections to reload their ammos and all that stuff and all the commotion. I understand that people don't want to go all this drama and all this nonsense, which I understand that. But during the time when they made The Last of Us, the original Last of Us, they played the Joel mission and the Ellie mission. So they did two things, the Joel mission and the Ellie. So out of these two, they were fair and they were a good game, and it was. Like the original Last of Us, their first game, that the ones they released it, that was a good, fair game because we did the Joel mission, we did the Ellie mission, and switched it back to Joel again during the final scenes of The Last of Us. You see, that was a fair game, and I'm glad they were able to switch the characters or who they're going to work with between Joel and Ellie. So what they did was fair. So that's why it was a good game. But now The Last of Us 2 is a totally different scenario. Why they changed it, I don't know. But as far as these Naughty Dogs, the way they promote The Last of Us 2, I would not give them credit. But sorry, but that's just me, that's my opinion. I just wish they could have done something a little bit better. Just to, like what I'm saying is that they should make the game fair to play just Ellie only. not something else. So, and I can understand why that people had wasted their money because they have to play against Abby, and now they feel like, oh, okay, this is stupid. I'm playing against Abby. What's the purpose of this? Now we're going all the way back from the beginning, during the time when she was just like a younger girl and all full grown up, now working with Joel. You see, that's the part that it makes no sense. But I mean, you have people like it. Some people, they dislike it. So, but the thing is, you have to kind of like be a good judgment if the game is good or not. You can't just say to yourself, oh, I'm going to play this game and play against Abby because Abby is the good girl. She's not the enemy. It's just some story they want to promote. Like, you have to, I mean, you have to understand. I've looked through these reactions of other YouTubers playing The Last of Us 2. As far as Abby killing Joel with a golf club, you see, that's why people are starting to react these emotions, because they feel heartbroken. They feel very devastated, and they don't, it's like they hated it. They didn't like it. They just don't like the part where Abby is the enemy, which Joel is such a good guy and just protect everybody. So, but anyway, so that's my story of the game. But like I said, that's just my opinion. That's what I think. You can take whatever you want, but everybody has their own opinions of what they think about the game. But like I said, I wish they should be a little more fair and honest about the game instead of pretending or faking saying it's a good game, because that's not being fair. We can't just play this pretend game or fake game and thinking, oh, this game is awesome. No, we have to kind of like be fair about the game if we like it or not. If we like it, then we'll keep playing. As far as the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the one I was showing you, yeah, it's a good game. Especially the campaign missions, the multiplayer, the zombie game. Yeah, there's a lot of action involved. It keeps you updating. It keeps you motives. It's like a live action scene that you want. Like, it's so addicting. You want to keep playing. You want to keep playing. It feels like you're in the game where there's a lot of action going on, and you're ready to hunt down and kill them and do whatever it takes just to bomb the heck out of them. So yeah. So anyway, all right. So what next? Let's take a look. I'm just looking through the computer. Excuse me. Also, have you ever, guys, I just had a question, you guys. Have you ever think about doing meditation? Because I have. I've started meditation since last year, but I don't know what month it was. I don't know exactly what month I started meditation, but I know it was last year. The reason why I practice meditation is during the time when, well, I'm not going to get into details. It's kind of a sad story, but I was going through some serious, to me, I was going through some serious problems in my life. And, things has not been very easy for me. I was going through some shocking experiences and trying to really gather my thoughts, but I cannot explain why, because that's personal to me. I'd rather not share it. But But what I could share you is that last year things were kind of hard for me in my life. I was, like I said, I was going through shocking, going through grief, and I've been seeking counseling to get some help and try to give me some advice of what I could do to make my life worth it and what kind of changes that I can do. And going to that stage, as far as holidays, as far as Thanksgiving and Christmas, it was hard for me. And then the thing about it is, I wish you should have been here. I don't want to say their names or who I'm related to. I cannot say that because it's personal, it's for private reasons. But what I would usually do, if I'm going to that stage of going my grief or angry or sadness or feeling kind of down sometimes, what I would do, I would wake up around 7:30 in the morning, and I will use my phone. Well, yeah. Well, anyway, but I use my phone, and when I will go on YouTube, and I will listen to a 15-minute music meditation. And what I would do is I will I'll put myself in a position where I can find somewhere comfortable. Like I will sit on the floor, put my arms around, like I'll just cross my legs, and then I will listen to meditation music for 15 minutes. And what I'll do is I'll just close my eyes, and what I'll do is I'll just basically focus on my presence, focus on my future. And what I'll do is I can just basically picture in my mind what I see in kind of a visual object. So what I can do is, like, I'll close my eyes, and what I'm going to just think, I'll just stay silent for a minute, and I will tell you what I see. So I'm picturing right now as then I'm in the ocean. I have my goggles with me and my snorkel, and I will go underwater, and I will start to see sea turtles just floating underneath the water. And another thing I would do is I'm floating through space and looking through over millions of stars around the universe. That all these stars are connected to the bright sun, but even though we don't see the sun, but even though the stars are there are so many ways of traveling in the universe and looking through how far they are. And also I can picture as going into a bright light into a galaxy. Because even though I see the galaxy far away, but what I would do, it feels like I want to reach the light. Just touch it. That the galaxy is what we are born. And another thing I picture as that I will go into an art museum, and what I will see is a self-portrait painting of a human being. That there's a man that is dressing in a very powerful outfit, like a suit, that he's wearing a suit because he's controlling his government and he's looking directly in my eyes, wants to talk to me or communicate with me or try to engage, to say that this is his rights, his royal, he'll do anything in his power to defend his government and to controlling the land of what he needs to be in charge. And he's telling me, well, actually, he's telling me, saying, this is what I'm going to run this government. I'm letting you know that I have the power and the authority to rule the government. And I can see him that he's basically ruling his own political movement to build his strategy to run for government, to run as the royal king of France or United Kingdom. You know, whatever country that he's going to rule the government, but to know he'll do it. You see, that's how I basically close my eyes and I will visualize what I see. So you can basically, like, once you meditate, you can close your eyes and you can basically try to focus on your presence of what you see in some type of visual objects and how it will help you to reflect your mind. And what's good about meditation, it helps a lot of people with anxiety, depression, angriness, sadness, inner peace, or if they are a beginner, if they want to try out meditation for the first time, they can, watch YouTube of meditation guides of how it will help you to reflect by your spirit or help you to reflect on what you see or what type of knowledge that you know and help you to gain what type of inner peace that you have. So I think meditation will definitely help a lot of people, but it takes practice though. It takes a lot of practice to meditate, which that's what I normally do. I will meditate daily. Not every day, but in a daily basis when I have time to do it. So, it really helps me a lot, and eventually, once I get used to practice meditation, then I can see the big picture on how it's going to help me to reflect by my knowledge, by my mind, and my soul. So yeah, and as far as meditation, yeah, there's nothing wrong to meditate. I think that's a good way to do it. And I'm sure it can help a lot of people, whatever conditions they're in. Excuse me. Alright, so anyway. Well, it looks like I don't see any responses yet, so please, feel free to talk. If you have something to say, please feel free to say something. Talk. I'll be more than welcome to listen to you. If you want to just say hello, say hi. Or if you just have any questions or comments or anything you wanted to talk about, feel free to say something. I'll be more than welcome to listen to you. So, Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention is when you meditate, it helps you to relax, and it will help you to clear your mind. Just try to get all this negativity out of your head and just focus on yourself, focus on your future, and focus on what kind of goals that you want to do. So yeah, that's one part I forgot to mention. Also, I've been watching for the past week, I've been watching the Super Bowl game, and I want to let I want Cincinnati to win the Super Bowl. And I kind of feel disappointed because the thing about it is, I feel bad for Cincinnati Bengals because they've been to 2 Super Bowl games before. Like, this was way back in the 1980s. But the thing is, they never win a Super Bowl title before. Even though they went to the Super Bowl twice, but the thing is, they keep getting defeated by the San Francisco 49ers. And, they try so hard to get a Super Bowl title because I know, for the fans, I know this is what they want. I have no benefit doubt they want a Super Bowl so bad. But they didn't. But at least they got their NFC Championship trophy, which they didn't lose anything. So they got what they have. But as far as, I know there's a little bit of controversy there's a lot of controversy of Joe Burrow where he was wearing like this fashion suit where he has that, like those black long sleeves that is going all the way up to his neck, and then you have the Nike silver chain, and also these fancy glasses. And I think, to me, instead of him being cool and know what he's doing, he should have been focused on his game, focused on the Super Bowl, and not for his fashion. And you see, that's what you get for being cocky. And it's true. You should, as a NFL player, you gotta be, like, in other words, you gotta be fair and consistent for yourself and your teammates and show some sportsmanship. You have to. There's no reason for you to have this fancy earrings or gold chains or teeth or thinking that you're cool and think you know what you're doing, and then being cocky and just being cocky and just being silly. That's kind of like in the age that we are. Sometimes we kind of live in the younger generations that we like to be cool, we want to be cocky, we just want to have fun, and we just want to show off our fashion designs and thinking that we're kind of like celebrities and thinking that we have all these fancy watches and rings and those teeth chains, thinking that we can run the world the way we want. But instead, when you lose a game, now you're going to think twice, saying, okay, now this is like a slap in the face. Look what I've done. So, but don't get me wrong, Joe Burrow, he's a good quarterback, and he was in LSU. He got his Heisman Trophy winner, and he got drafted to the Cincinnati Bengals. But even though he's young, he's still got a long way to go, and for him to become more improvement as a player. But I think what he needs to do, instead of using all these crazy fashion designs. What he needs to do is try to really focus on himself and focus on the game and show a little bit of sportsmanship. So, if he does that, then it would be like a good transformation. But that's what you have to do. And another thing I noticed that he had some injury issues on his knee. So I think that's what maybe bothers him the most because of his injury and losing the game. So that could be the reason. But as far as the Cincinnati Bengals, they did a good job. They did a fine job throughout the season and making it to the Super Bowl. And as far as the Cincinnati fans, I feel sorry that you guys have lost the game, your teammates, but at least that they showed some really good competitives. And let me tell you, it was a very good game. It really was. But like I said, I was rooting for the Cincinnati Bengals. I wanted them to win because they never won a Super Bowl title, and I feel sorry for them. Let's see, we have the Tennessee Titans. They never won a Super Bowl. Houston Texans. They never won a Super Bowl title. Jacksonville Jaguars. They never won a Super Bowl title. Let's see who else. Los Angeles Chargers. They never won a Super Bowl title. Minnesota Vikings. Yeah. Minnesota Vikings. They never won a Super Bowl title. But even though they've been to Super Bowl games before against the Miami Dolphins and the Chiefs, but they never won a Super Bowl title. Let's see, I know there's more, but I'm just trying to think. I know the New York Jets, they did win their Super Bowl title one time, years ago. Let's see. I know there's more, but I can't think. I don't know, but if something comes to my mind, I'll find out. But anyway. So I'm just kind of like just scrolling down the internet. So anyway. Hey, you want to see my quote sign? This is a quote sign from Bob Ross. We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. I got this ad, Books A Million. Sometimes if we have like minor accident, let's say if we drop a plastic mug, a plastic milk, and it falls on the floor and if it spills, then you know what? It's okay. We have happy accidents. Unless if we accidentally drop a book on the floor. That's a happen accident, but let's say if let's say if somebody got hurt themselves by climbing a ladder and they injure their back or their legs, then no, that's not a happy accident. It's a serious accident. Let's see what else I can show you. Oh, I can show you some of my paintings. My first painting, this is a brushstroke I made. And I used all these different types of colors of different brushstrokes. So yeah, they're just kind of like these regular brushstrokes that I just use. Just kind of like smear them back and forth like that. Alright, the next one is a self-portrait of a man that reading his book and have his cup of coffee. And if you look right here, if you look through the coffee mug, you're going to see a windmill. You guys see it? And on this top right here, this is a green bird. It's like a frame that this green bird is going into the wilderness and exploring the nature of life. And you can see that this man, that he has glasses, has his fancy suit, like his fancy cardigan sweater, has his tie, his suit, and just in a relaxing state where he's reading his book and just increasing his knowledge of what he's learning from a book subject of philosophy or science or mathematics or language or history. And then like he has his cup of coffee where he's basically just enjoying his coffee flavor and just enjoy the natural of flavor. And the last one I have is this is a plant that I just made, where if you can see those little black strays, these are kind of like dirt right here. And this is a pot, like a plant pot, and these are all these leaves, all these twigs that they're just growing each leaf, every corners and every directions. Can you see? Pretty cool. And that's my signature, and this is the date that I finished. This was March 25th, 2021. And let's see, the brush stroke, I don't have a date on it, but let's see, I don't have a date on the self-portrait. But yes, I think there were last years that I paint with them on a canvas. But it's not kind of like squarish, but it's like flat. And somebody gave me this flat canvas the time when I got tested positive for COVID and I had to stay in my bedroom all day. I was in quarantine in my bedroom the time that I got tested positive for COVID-19. And this was last year in January 21st when I got tested positive for COVID, and I had to stay in my bedroom all day. Couldn't go anywhere. But once in a while, I would go out of my bedroom, and I needed some vitamin D's, and just leave the house for a while to get some oxygen and just smell the fresh air. Because otherwise, if I choose to be isolating in my bedroom, I will go crazy. But, you know, I don't have a choice. I have to stay because I don't want to get anybody sick or get tested positive for COVID. So, alright. Well, that's it for right now. I'm going to end this live stream. You have yourselves a good day and a good night. See you later.